Marshall Crook with the Wall Street Journal, and I'm here with my colleague Alexandra Cheney, because we have to talk about Dallas, because the show Dallas is now back on television, and I don't know why I care. Alexandra, why do I care about that?
It was the most successful television show of its time, which
Okay.
granted was in the
not
Reagan
our,
era.
not our time.
No, it was Ronald Reagan.
Because I know Patrick Duffy from Step by Step.
Right.
That's it.
It was an
TGIF.
80s show, and it was late night soap opera. They are bringing it back because they, being TNT and Warner
Okay.
Horizon, really believe that there's more story to be told. They have 3 of the original cast members coming back: Patrick Duffy, Larry Hagman, Linda Gray, and the way it was described to me, the way that they marketed it, is this show has still been going on for the last 20 years. You just haven't been watching
So
it.
we're basically we're picking up
Where
on where
we
these
left
characters'
off.
lives.
Yes.
Well, not exactly where we left off, but where the characters are now.
Right. After a 20-year hiatus, if you will.
Okay, so for someone, I know 4 things about
Yes.
Dallas. It takes place in Dallas. Patrick
Yes.
Duffy's in it. Someone
Yes.
named JR was shot, and 1 season was a dream.
Yes.
So what is this about? 'Cause I have
Okay.
no idea.
Okay, so essentially you have the Ewing family.
Okay.
I always mispronounce it.
Ewing,
The
as in
Ewings,
Patrick.
as in Bobby Ewing and J.R. Ewing.
Okay.
And they're the kind of paterfamilias.
Okay.
And underneath them you have Christopher, who is Bobby's adopted son, played by Jesse Metcalfe.
Okay.
And you have John Ross, who is JR's son, played by Josh Henderson. Both of them are Desperate Housewives alum, by the way.
Okay, cool.
And they kind of take over where Bobby and JR left off. They're both fighting over pride and family and wanting to control South Fork Ranch, which is where all of this takes place.
What is the? I mean, it was the original show about the oil business? Is that what it?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was more than anything, the Ewing family was in the oil, big Texas oil.
Mm-hmm.
And JR and Bobby fought over South Fork Ranch, which is a property that's been in their family for hundreds of years,
Okay.
over who was going to control it, and thus who would control the oil.
And is it still oil, or is it?
That's where it gets
That-
tricky.
or is it
So
getting-
John Ross is the one who's still fighting behind JR for oil to drill on South Fork. Bobby's son, Christopher, adopted son, has been out kind of exploring the alternative energy field, and he is fighting for alternative energy.
Interesting.
A pay formation this thick's gotta be 2 miles deep. It'll have to be fracked.
You don't know what you're talking
It's the end of the ranch, Elena!
Oil's in your blood. When did you turn your back on it?
When I got away from everything that was toxic around these parts.
Who is the show for? Is the show for people who watched it in the 80s and have just desperately waited
Right.
for it to come back? Or are they going for the younger audience that is watching Breaking Bad, is watching Mad Men,
Right.
who watch The Sopranos, The Wire, and is this a comparable type of drama?
I don't know if it's comparable because it's a soap opera. It really is. I mean, you very much have kind of the Desperate Housewives audience that they're looking for. But I think they're also, I mean, my parents, I don't know about your parents, Dallas was beloved. So they're gonna tune in just because, oh my God, JR's back.
So my cynicism is purely generational.
I do think everyone said you have to give it a try, watch it, tell me what you think. I've watched the first 7
Yeah,
out
so
of
what do you
10
think?
episodes. You know, I kept hitting play next episode.
Oh, really?
So they've got something going.
What was hooking you? What hooked you?
I think something Patrick Duffy said to me really rang true, which is in the old Dallas, it was very much of its time. It was slow. It took, I think it was 7 or 8 seasons, and they moved very slowly. This is very fast. They eat storyline very quickly. So, 4 of old Dallas is in 1 of new Dallas. There's a lot happening. It's a big ensemble cast. You have very pretty women and men taking their shirts off a lot. So that's going to attract the millennials. And then you have Patrick Duffy and Larry Hagman and Linda Gray, who haven't worked together in 30 years, coming back into roles that are beloved by our parents.
And you were saying to me earlier that it was
Yes.
getting those 3 on board that
Yes.
got the show greenlit, because I guess it's been, I remember reading one point there was a Dallas movie possibly going to be made.
They tried to really reboot the franchise and no one was buying into it. This happened, Warner Horizon developed it, took it to Cynthia Cedre, who's the showrunner and the developer, and she spent 6 months just asking people, what do you want to see from Dallas? Wrote it, pitched it to Larry, Linda, and Patrick. They signed on, and then everyone was like, okay, this is going to happen.
Well, then maybe it'll be good. So thank you so much,
course.
Alexandra. And I apologize to Dallas fans out there for my skepticism. Anyway, thank you so much, and
course.
thanks to you guys. Appreciate it.